Whoa, we're on Facebook, we're really close. Hey, how is everyone doing? Let me see, are we live? I'm a little bit in the sun here, so I'm trying to check in. All right, let me check the sound on Instagram. Excuse me, on Facebook. Hey, how are you feeling today? Thank you for joining me. Yeah, everything is on, up and running. Alrighty, so we're live today and I'm really excited about this. I'm always excited, but I feel really passionate about today's session. And it actually feels like it's super aligned with what a lot of people are going through right now. I just finished a coaching session with a private client and we spoke about the same topic. Last week I was speaking to a coaching client about this same topic. And it's all about making decisions in your business or even just the decision to start building your business, right? So I want to take you into a little reflection that I had, and I'm going to share with you how I make decisions that are purpose driven and that feel really aligned with what I want to create and who I want to serve. Yeah, so grab pen and paper if you want to, because you might want to take some notes. Now, last week, I'm in Morocco right now. I'm in a place called Tagazout. It's a really nice beach town. There's lots of surf, there's lots of yoga retreats as well. I was laying on the beach just to wash off the day, to reflect on my day, and I honestly felt immense gratitude. Because I was thinking, I woke up this morning and I directly had the sun on my face. And I received a message from a student that thanked me for a private session that we had and the clarity that she received there. And it made me feel really confident about what I do, about my skills, about my expertise. It made me feel recognized and also felt like all the work I have put into building my business in the last 4 or 5 years has really paid off. Yeah, I have found structure, the strategies, I know what works, what doesn't work. I've made lots of mistakes that I've taken as learning opportunities. And I also know how to help other people prevent making these mistakes. You know, it's that feeling of really knowing what to post on social media, attract clients with ease, and just feel confident and capable about what you're doing. So I had this realization, this reflection, and I thought it would be useful to share that with you, because getting there is not something that you achieve in one day, right? There's a lot of work that goes into this. Because as a yoga teacher, you're a guide and you're a service provider. You help people through the class, you teach asana or maybe pranayama, meditation, or different type of yogic practices or lifestyle practices. But as a business owner, there is a transition. There's a shift that needs to be taken place. Because apart from being a service provider, now also you have to step into the shoes of a business owner. And that shift can feel huge. It can feel like there's a lot that needs to change. For some people, this feels scary or even impossible. Other people are really excited about this, but they don't yet know how to start, or they lack the structure and the clarity to do this. So, as a business owner, you take on a new role, and that role goes on beyond guiding your students through a class. So think of creating your website, finding the softwares to build an automated class schedule, to move your teachings online and getting the equipment and all the setup that you need for that. understanding technical softwares, or finding a routine to manage your time, manage your projects, creating and sending invoices, maintaining communication with your clients. And social media is a big part of this, right? So knowing what to post, where to post, in what language to write your captions or to communicate with your students. So all of these little things are skills. They're skills, they're tasks that you can learn. May take a little bit of practice, a little bit of studying, but you can learn anything. So you can choose to feel overwhelmed by this. Yeah, that's a decision. Or you can choose to just do the work and do what it takes to fulfill your dreams. And your dream, as the way I'm speaking about this right now, is a purpose-driven business, so that you can experience fulfillment, freedom, serving the people that you love, or teaching the things that you love as well. So yeah, teaching classes and running a business requires a different skill set. I have spoken about this in the last months as well. So if you want to know more about this, go to the replays on our Instagram or Facebook feed, or listen to it on the podcast, Your Yoga in English, on Spotify. But making this shift requires you to do a lot of inner work. And especially if you want to run a business that feels purpose-driven. Because a purpose-driven business is not about numbers, it's not about big results, it's not about your Instagram following or the number of people on your email list. No, it's not about those things. It really is about feeling excited, feeling in tune, feeling aligned with your purpose, with your values, and your vision. And I believe that with all of those things, you can build a business that actually is really successful, because it means that you're uniting your authentic qualities. All the things that make you you, and that you can package up to build a business that really reflects all the things that you have learned to embody in your life. So being a yoga teacher myself as well, and having made this transition, I understand how stuck you can feel and how lost you may feel, gaining all these new skills and finding new ways to manage your responsibilities. There are many things involved, and I'm very aware of this, but there's a big tendency for people to compare your knowledge or your expertise to that of others, and then think you're not enough. There's a big tendency to think that. But I think also that's untrue. It's our inner critic, it's our lack of confidence, and maybe a lack of experience and education. But all of those things are untrue, because I know you have a life full of experiences, full of things that you've lived, that you have learned, that are ready to be packaged up. Yeah, they are ready to be put in a package and build a purpose-driven career for yourself. I know that you're ready for that, and especially if you're watching this today. The only thing that you really need is, number one, believe in yourself. Number two, learn to make decisions that are purpose-driven. And number three, it might be that you need a little bit support, structure, and strategies to actually make it work. Yeah, it's a package of things. It starts with you, and it starts with you making a decision. So this decision really is to believe in your dreams. Yeah, it's a decision to stop listening to an inner critic, and instead a decision to show up, to actually do the work, and to own your vision. And that decision states, it really sends out a message to the universe, if you believe in this, but it really states I'm here, I'm ready to serve, I'm ready to learn, I'm ready to do whatever it takes to build a life that feels fulfilling, to build a career where I can experience freedom, to build products for our services that I really love, that my students love, that I'm excited about and I can't stop talking about, but really just feel that you're excited to wake up every day to work with your clients and teach them or guide them through the things that have worked for you, that you love and you know will help and serve them too. So I want to speak a little bit about decisions as a business owner, purpose-driven business owner, on a more practical level, because there's a new year ahead of us. 2024 is around the corner. There's a lot of new decisions to be made. So what I believe today is really your invitation to no longer make decisions that feel safe, to no longer make decisions that are influenced by a lack of clarity, right? Like it's the safest, it's the most comfortable decision, or a decision that you make because out of scarcity. You think that this is the most profitable or the easiest to realize, or it requires you to stay in your or it allows you to stay in your comfort zone. So no more decisions out of scarcity, lack of confidence, or simply because they feel easy and profitable or safe. I want you to make decisions from a place that feels truly aligned and purposeful. So no one can decide for you. That's one thing to remember. No one can make decisions for you. And not making decisions is also a decision. That's a choice. It's a choice that you say, well, I'm not going to decide today. That is also a decision. So make decisions that feel good. And it's especially important if you want to live according to your values and your purpose. And I believe that making a wrong decision truly is not a thing. Because even if the result of your decision is not what you expected, it's a learning opportunity. Everything happens for you. Nothing happens to you. But it's your decision then how to deal with those things, right? So making a wrong decision is not a thing. And that's why, as a purpose-driven business owner, yes, there are strategies to learn, and there are tools to discover, and there are experiments to be had. But most importantly, I feel that your decisions must be based on your values and on your vision. So earlier this month, I'm actually referring to a lot of sessions that we've had here in the last month. I spoke about listening to your intuition. I spoke about how to unite your authentic qualities. I spoke about this transition from being a yoga teacher to become a yoga business owner. And I spoke about as well trusting your gut or feelings or thoughts that logically you can't explain, but intuitively they feel right. If you want to know more about this, I suggest to watch those replays because I shared a lot of valuable insights in there, and I want to keep it focused on the decision making here. So have a look at those things. How to listen to your intuition to make informed and purpose-driven decisions. But I want to, like I said, keep it also a bit practical and give you some examples. So today I had a session, I think on Monday. Last week I had a few sessions as well. And a lot of my private coaching clients are going through these transitions right now. And I was speaking to someone that is embarking on this new journey. She's making the transition from being a teacher to building a business. And a business that feels really fulfilling and exciting, and it aligns with a purpose. And I have to say that this session was heavily emotionally charged. There are a lot of emotions going on. Because as we're approaching the end of the year and we reflected on the things that she's done this year, there are maybe learning points, right? Things that we can improve or do want to do differently. So, for example, a purpose-driven decision can be aligned or can be in regard to your finances, your pricing, the products that you create, the devices or the equipment that you invest in, setting boundaries. Setting boundaries, because what are you available for, and when are you available for these things, right? There's a lot of things to think about that all come back to who you are as a person. What is it that you stand for? What are your values? What's your vision? What's your mission? What's your purpose? What's the reason why you do all of this? And all of that informs what you will actually create and how you're going to serve your people. So let's take, for example, setting boundaries, right? Decision making in setting boundaries. So this lady, she often spends much more time with her students than her schedule or than her energy levels allow. So that means she's sacrificing her own time and energy to keep everyone happy and to make everyone feel seen and heard and respected. And actually, if it's too much of this, you're people pleasing. People pleasing, I can speak about another day, but it all comes back again to this inner critic, or a place that we have developed a certain way of being to fit in to the expectations of others, right? Or to hope that we are in return being seen and respected by others. But when it comes to making decisions as in a purpose-driven business, we have to decide, in terms of my days and times, when am I available for these things? How much am I available for these things? And also, what exactly am I available for? Because if you teach yoga and you sit with your students for 2 hours after your class speaking about their relationships, is this really part of your job? Or are you sacrificing yourself? And it's hard to make decisions or to set boundaries when you're not clear on your values and your purpose. So it really, really starts with you understanding who you are, how you want to hold space for people, your values, and based on all the other things, vision, mission, purpose, reason why, how and what, we can decide what this looks like for yourself. Also think of your finances, right? And your pricing. As a teacher, you are not charging for the hour that you spend with your students. There's a lot more things included in this price, because you offer value that they can use the rest of their lives. You're offering a transformation, or you're offering something, insights or postural alignment that they can then use again and again and again. It's not just the hour that you spend on the mat with them. So in terms of pricing your things as well, understand, it's not about understanding your worth, but it's understanding the worth of your service. So this again is a purpose-driven decision. I can go on, and I get really, really passionate about this. I want to stay a little bit focused, but I hope that this gives you a little bit of insight into no longer making decisions based on what we think we should do, but instead understanding yourself, the value that you have to offer, and making your business decisions based on these things. So I'm going to give you some questions. So things that you can ask yourself is, does this decision align with my vision? It rhymes. Does this decision align with my vision? Does it bring me closer to my goals? Does it bring me closer to my goals? What's the worst thing that could happen? What's the worst thing that could happen? And I've got more information about that. And what's the best thing that could happen? Yeah. And also, which decision in my core, in my gut, intuitively just feels right? Because if your decision means you need to learn or you need to invest time in doing your research, do it. Remember, you're building a career, you're building a business for the long run, for the foreseeable future. So there's no expiry date on this, and all your efforts will pay off. And I was having a shower earlier, and I had this thought as well that I really want to share with you. So when it comes to these purpose-driven decisions, you understand right now that we no longer want to be controlled by our inner critic or by a voice that wants us to play safe and stay in a comfort zone, right? We no longer want that. Building a business that's based on your purpose may take some time. And I know that it can feel overwhelming. And I know there are things to learn. And I know that you need structure and you need some strategies. Because there's a lot to learn, a lot to discover, a lot to experiment with. But I also really want to emphasize that you can learn anything. You really can learn anything. So the thought I had earlier today is I was raised, my mom always used to say this, I was raised with a thought, and she said, if we can talk about it, you do not need to cry about it. If we can talk about it, you do not need to cry about it. As a yoga teacher and as someone that is really passionate about personal development, I do not agree with this phrase in terms of our emotions, acknowledging our emotions and expressing what we feel. I do not agree with it. But I do think that we can translate this phrase to the way that to our attitudes, and especially the attitude that we have in terms of making decisions. Because you can choose to be controlled by your inner critic, and you can choose to feel defeated. You can choose to blame the world and to blame other people and to go in victim mode, to overthink what if scenarios, or to postpone your ideas until a later day. All of those are decisions, right? But you can also choose to take action and try things out, get to the bottom of it, to experiment. Because most of the time we are stopped or we are hindered by a lack of clarity, lack of confidence, or lack of education. I also spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, so watch the replays to gain more insight into this and how to overcome that. But instead of being controlled by your inner critic or feeling defeated or blaming other people, thinking of what if scenarios, remember you can learn anything. And that also is a decision. It's your decision to invest in yourself. So remember I asked you earlier, when making purpose-driven decisions, I've given you 5 questions that you can ask yourself. One of them was, what's the worst thing that could happen? The worst thing that could happen are not making mistakes, are not setbacks, are not things that didn't go as planned, or are not things that have an unexpected outcome. Those are not the worst things that could happen. The worst things that could happen, or the worst thing really that could happen, is you not showing up. It's you neglecting your dreams or regret that you haven't tried it. Yeah, regret that, oh, I should have done this earlier, right? It's regret for not showing up, everyone. So to start making these purpose-driven decisions, tune in with your values, with your purpose, with your mission, with your vision, your reason why you want to build this business. and why you want people to feel better, to feel healthier, to feel more capable, more confident. What is the reason why you want to do this? And then when it comes to decisions, ask yourself, does this decision align with my vision? Does it bring me closer to my goals? What's the worst thing that could happen? You know now. What's the best thing that could happen? Yeah, we forget about this, but what if the outcome is amazing? And what decision in my core, in my gut, intuitively just feels right? Yeah. I hope that this helps you. I hope that this helps you to make decisions that really feel purpose driven. Excuse me, that was a really loud clap, but I get really passionate about this. So, I also want to introduce you, and I've spoken about it a few times in our last sessions. I've told you, sign up to the waitlist, everyone. Sign up to the waitlist because it's happening soon. And I finally have all the details for you because very soon we start the Launch and Expand Your International Career Group Program. And it's a 6-month program where I'll be by your side. I'm going to hold your hand and provide you with all the tools and the systems to confidently build your own international purpose-driven business. And there I'll teach you how to create a strategic business plan to make your vision a reality, to really consciously manage your business and your marketing, and to smoothly navigate your entrepreneurial journey. All of that, obviously, I think it's clear right now, while you stay true to your authentic self. That's my core value. And also that you stay true to your purpose, that you can show up as who you really are and what you really stand for. So it's a 6-month program where I help you to become your own boss, make decisions on your terms, to follow your purpose, to feel free, to feel authentic, feel fulfilled, to gain financial freedom, because I know that all of you, even if we're yoga teachers and even if we think yoga should be for everyone and we think that maybe $15 is enough for a yoga class, we all want to also feel or experience financial stability. And especially with people in our community living in different countries, in your business, you can charge decent prices that actually make you feel free and fulfilled and even more motivated to work with your clients. So it's a really full-on program. We're going to look at business foundations, at your ideal clients, your branding, the visual aspect, and your tone of your voice. I will teach you in what language to write. Most teachers here have a question about, I'm Spanish speaking, should I do it multilingual? Should I make it bilingual? If I'm doing it in English, what language do I use on Instagram? Or vice versa. So we're going to have a deep session about language and what to choose, what your target language should be, what to post on social media and how to attract clients, how to set up collaborations, how to create your products and how to price your products, how to market and how to sell your products. So it's a full-on program of business foundations, but also actually selling and marketing your services in a way that feels purpose-driven and authentic to you. Yeah, and I know that for everyone that means something else. So everyone that's on this program, there's no competition either. Everyone is working on a business model that feels authentic and true to them. So to each other, you will be huge support as well. It's an international community in which you can form collaborations, work together, maybe even create products together and expand your network. So I believe that it's a very, very unique opportunity. It's the first time that we host this as a group program. I've hosted and I've done private coaching for the last 2 years with these people. So I know that the strategies work, but it's the very first time we do this as a group program. And because you're in our community, therefore, you can enroll now with $1,500 off. There's a discount of $1,500 until the 10th of December, exclusively for community members. So that's everyone here on Instagram, everyone on Facebook, and everyone that received an email earlier today. Yeah? Go and check it out, everyone. The discount is valid until the 10th of December. So that's about 2 weeks, a little bit less, 10 days. And really tune in with what feels right for you now. If you know you want to become your own boss, and you have a vision, you have an idea, but you lack the structure and the clarity and the support to do this, I would say this is your time to invest in this education and to really show up. Because remember, the worst thing is not the mistakes you make and the things that didn't work, or the people that put a weird comment under your Instagram picture. No, those really are not the worst things that can happen. It's regret for not doing it. And maybe getting to a certain age and think, oh, what if I actually tried? And now I'm still working this office job that doesn't fulfill me, or I'm still teaching 20 yoga classes a week and I'm absolutely burnt out. What if I had built my business earlier? Yeah. The worst thing is for you to not show up. Honestly. So 2024 is around the corner. We've got 1 month and the program is starting on the last week of December. We've got a first coaching session. I would say go check out the link in my bio or check out your email from earlier today. Look at all the details, and if you have questions, send me a DM. Use the chat right now. If you have questions, let me just double check on Facebook. There's anything coming in? No, I don't see anything coming in there. If you have questions, use the chat, everyone, or send me a DM or book a discovery call so we can speak to each other privately and you can ask me any questions that you have. All right? Okay, so purpose-driven decisions. Tune in with your values, your purpose, your vision, your mission, your reason why. And let all of those things decide what actually feels right. And if it's aligned with your vision, also, does it bring it closer to your goals? Yes, the number one thing to ask yourself. And check out the program. Yeah, you've got until the 10th of December to enroll with exclusive discounts only for the community. $1,500 off. To celebrate enrollment, celebrate we're doing this for the first time in a group setting, and also give you a really affordable chance to enroll in a program that is going to honestly change your future. It's going to change you because you no longer have to work the jobs that don't fulfill you, but really work on a business that feels right for you and that excites you, that gives you freedom. You can work from wherever you want. You can be traveling, work online, host retreats, whatever it is that you want to do. A business that feels authentic to you. So go and check it out. Any questions? I'm here for you. I wish you a great rest of your day. And I will speak to you next week when we're back for our weekly lives every Wednesday. Sending you lots of love and speak soon. Goodbye, everyone.